channeling into the breath again and again and again and again, we see a lot of patterns repeating in our lives. We see patterns repeating outside. Ever since humans have existed, all of these things have existed. Sickness has existed, illness has existed, diseases have existed, wars have existed, negativity has existed. But what is beautiful is that every time the potency of positivity has existed far and beyond, much more, in much higher degree, which is why we are breathing today. If there was so much negativity 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 500 years ago, possibly it would have been the end of civilization. So the fact that we are breathing in this time and age, and this opportunity is given to us, there is a lot of trust the divine is putting in us. Because the divine feels we can better the creation. And if we carry that responsibility, when we shoulder that responsibility, both with a lot of power and with humility, the only and only thing that makes this beautiful transformation and evolution possible is by us working on ourselves. And not every fortnight, not every week, not even once a day, but to be aware in every moment. A lot of times we associate certain emotions or certain habits, certain traits with negativity. Sometimes what we associate as positive things, positive emotions, positive traits can be more damaging. That is also something that we need to now start reflecting. Happiness and joy and love and kindness and care is good. So we need to have all this. Anger and sadness and this and that is wrong, is bad, is unhealthy, and we let go of that. This is when we have to channel our awareness, that we stop bifurcating emotions as good and bad. Not everything is granted to us, even if we sit and pray every day for it. But somewhere we have that trust that what is denied to us is better than having it. Somewhere that plugs us back again and again to the divine. When we are celebrating Ramzan today, when we do Mata Ka Jap in Navratras, when we are celebrating Gurpurab and different beautiful festivals of our country, the idea is not just sitting there asking for our desires to get accomplished now, but just surrendering to the highest desire getting accomplished through us. I should have so much power that when something is denied to me, I trust in that moment to align myself, to stop judging the world, to stop judging ourselves in that space. A lot of the wisdom is flowing to us in a camouflaged way. A lot of people who are appearing in our space as friends, as family, as colleagues, as neighbors, as countrymen, as politicians, as just people in the news. Everyone is teaching us something. There is so much news going around in the world. So much news. Not everything that we know. There are so many inventions happening in the world. Not everything we are aware of. There's so many turmoils and suffering happening in the world. Not everything registers with us. So if there are these chosen things that are coming on our platter, everything has its purpose. Can we start building this beautiful habit? And I really, really think it's such a beautiful, potent time. The moment there are words coming in, the moment there's a dialogue, let's stop grading it as how sad or how bad or how happy or how annoying or why or nothing. In that moment, absorb, rest, silence. And what are my learnings? What are my learnings? What are my learnings? What are the toxins to expel? What is the energy coming from this for me to expand? In that moment, just one moment, paying attention to the signs of the universe, that these words, this reaction, this response, in whichever form has come into my space to contribute to me, to make me expand, to make me connect within, to make me connect with the outer space. How will we expand? We talk about expanding. What does expansion mean? Expansion is not we are just expanding in one way and depleting another way. It's not that our finances are growing, but so is our misery. Our wealth is growing, but so is our suffering. Expansion in itself is a holistic process. Expansion in itself means that everything that is meant for me to experience in this human form, to touch upon divinity, is happening right here, right now. Expansion is not my selected choice of this happening, because it's such a limited way for us to look at that. We don't even know the depths of the ocean that exist and the heights of the skies that exist. We'll never know the universes beyond the universes that are there. So what are we truly expanding in? Expansion is not my choice as limited, this person of this name, this resident of this city or country, this profession. No. My expansion as that divine being who is getting access to the entire creation. And here I can sit and tap into everything. Right here, right now, one breath, and I'm connected to all of the creation. But the only thing I need to do is tune that alignment with that divine purpose, where I'm lending to each one in my space to also feel this magical existence, to feel this oneness, this gratitude, this grace, this humility, this acceptance, this forgiveness, and shed all that is unrequired, all that is curbing us to feel this expansive, magnanimous, majestic reality. We cannot leave our progress undone, half done. We've worked so much to come where we are. So much. We've had to consciously choose kindness and love and forgiveness and so many more things every day. It's much tougher. So easy to hate the other person and delete and out. So much more work to say, breathe in, okay, let's do this again. Let's start from the beginning. So easy, what we're not good at, to leave that. So difficult to go back saying, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to rebuild one more time. I'm going to reconnect one more time. I'm going to realign one more time, restructure one more time, refresh one more time. So much work to do that. But how difficult we make our lives when we just drop all the assistance that was already created for all this. We already had that beautiful carriage to make that journey. So let's access that. Really, really re-access what we need. It's perfectly okay to know I need to take 2 steps back to move 2,000 steps forward. Even a bow and an arrow work like that. It has to pull back to go further. So why are we hesitant? Let's step back wherever we need to, pull back a little bit, take that little view. Because in that moment, there was a lot of emotion, there was a lot of flux. But now that we've reached forward, we've reached more awareness, more focus, more alignment. Now take that look from the bird's eye view, pick up our lessons, and charge forward in a much faster and better way. How beautiful that nothing has gone wasted. All our hurt, all our suffering, all our sickness, all our diseases, all our pitfalls, failures, nothing is wasted. They've taken their own shape and they've turned into gold and jewels and rubies and emeralds because they've had their own life. And they're sitting ready. And all we need to do is go pick them up, use them for ourselves, for our growth, and move forward.